Okay, so remember you press close in the corner.
Just yeah.
And then file.
Close.
And then a new template.
File, new template.
New template, yep. And then you want to press this one here, which is like the histogram, and that's scatter plot. So hit scatter plot.
Okay.
And then you're on all, so like, see this, you pick which population you want every time, but at the moment there's all, so just press all. And then x-axis.
This one?
Yep. No, it's the feature, yep. And then that one's area, MO1, yep, that's good.
Okay.
Hit that, and then y-axis feature.
Y-axis.
And then you want to put aspect ratio MO1. So there, aspect ratio MO1.
Okay.
Yep, and this is the same as forward scatter, side scatter.
Okay.
So press OK. There we go. So this is the beads. So this is where all the beads are. Yeah.
Okay.
So make a box.
This one?
Yeah. That. And then make it like, don't pick the beads. So pick everything that isn't beads.
Like this.
Like that. Yeah. Click, 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 click to let go. Okay. And then press OK.
Okay.
And then up here you've got all. So change all view to R1.
R1.
Which is the region you just defined there.
Okay.
Yeah, so now you're seeing that, and there's nothing there because the beads aren't being included. So now what you want to do is you want to press Show All in the corner by there.
Show All.
Yep, and then you want to press which lasers you want, so 405 and 642, turn them all on.
642.
Yeah, and then 405.
I don't want 4.
You don't need 408, leave it on anyway.
Live Dead.
Live Dead's on 405, I think.
Okay.
But hit 405.
So I don't want this one.
Leave it there, it's fine,
Okay.
doesn't matter. Hit set intensity. And you want to change magnification to 60.
Okay.
And then you want to turn on EDF. When it's so it has to, we have to wait to let the camera move to places, and when it's not grey you can press EDF. Then press it again. Okay, and your speed here is on low, which is good, which means your sensitivity is high.
Okay.
So leave that, that's fine.
Yeah.
And then what happens generally is every time you put a sample in, sometimes you'll see the cells appearing like over here, so on the edge, and when that happens you need to center them, so press center that way. It's like 3 times, yeah. But that will reset every time you load a sample, so you need to always like press it to get it in the middle.
That's fine.
And then to acquire a sample, you just press load, but don't press load yet.
Okay.
So we're going to do compensation first. To do compensation, create matrix. And now you're going to press, now you're going to get your bead samples out.
So we start with the unstained.
There's no unstained in this.
Okay.
So you just want 2 colours that you have. Okay, so I choose this. Go, use that. Go a bit harder than that. There you go. Yep, cool. Can I just otherwise you're gonna get clumpy cells. Cool.
So this is compensation live dead.
Cool. So just open it up and put it in. So hit load on the screen.
I leave it open all the time, right?
Yeah. So you'll see like a little dimple in this thing, and you need to make sure that the lid is in the dimple. So when you put it in, so when you put it in, yeah, it needs to be like that. You need to make sure you press the dimple in, otherwise the machine will make a horrible noise.
Yeah.
So I'll get stuck. See the dimple there?
Yes, this one.
Yeah, so just pop it in. Cool. And then hit OK.
No need to change anything.
No, just press OK. It will tell you if there's too little volume. It will come up with an error message, and it will return your sample. So you have to wait now. So with like a normal flow cytometer, with a canto, it will suck up the volume as it acquires.
Yeah.
But with this, it takes up the whole volume into like an internal storage compartment, and then it runs the sample from there, which is why it takes a while. So what it's doing now is it's sucking up all of your samples.
All the samples. So because it was showing 15 microliter.
So that was saying is there a minimum volume of 15?
Okay.
But you've got like 120, right? So now it knows, like, it sucked it all up, and it's got,
Yeah.
you've got 121.2 microliters, and then you'll get like a time prediction of like how many hours you have to run the sample,
Okay.
or minutes, and you've got 317 minutes to run the sample, so you have no rush whatsoever. So it tells you, it's nicer than the cancer where you might run out.
Yeah.
With this, it says this is how much you have,
Okay.
this is how long you have to run the sample.
Okay.
So you can relax a bit and get some stuff done.
So 317 what?
Minutes.
Wow.
So you've got loads of sample. So when I run like 50 microliters or less, usually I have about 20 minutes.
Ah, okay.
So it's okay. But you have to remember that if your sample volume is less than 15, you have to add more volume to let it run.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Which means that you never want your sample volume to go below 15.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
You can't run it again.
So what?
So now you're waiting for the instrument.
Okay.
So it says literally there's a little wizard status here
Okay.
saying waiting for an instrument.
Should we drag this one like this?
If you like, it doesn't matter.
So should we like see anything here?
No, because this is all beads,
Okay.
and this is not the normal acquisition area. So here you've got this new window, compensation coefficients, that wasn't there before.
Okay.
So your side scatter plot that you put is being hidden right now, and there's something else overlaid.
Okay.
So this is all fresh. So if you just press next now, it's not great. And now what it's doing is it's automatically telling you what the best channel for your live dead stain is. And you can see your beads here now, look, they're all coming up really strongly in 8.
Okay.
So that's all live dead.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? It's telling you now. So this wizard is saying your best channel is 8. Do you want to force the computer to do another channel, or is 8 okay?
Okay.
8 is okay, so press next. And then press acquire. And now it's recording the fluorescence in that channel.
Okay. So what about if I have more than a color? I mean, if I have more than a color.
What do you mean?
I mean, you have many colors. It's
Mhm.
gonna like do the panel for me.
Sort of. So what you might do is you might design a panel and say, this is the channels they should be in.
Yeah.
And but then the reality might be that they're brighter in different channels,
Yeah.
and then you might have a problem. So it's really a balance of designing your panel right and being able to manipulate the channels for compensation. Yeah.
Next.
So press next and it will return your sample for you. Oh no, my bad.
Sorry.
So go back, return, and now it'll return your sample for you.
So it's then the compensation here.
Yeah, so these are your compensation values. So it's saying that there's a big spillover into channel 7 of about 35%,
Okay.
and then channel 9 as well of 18%. Yeah?
Okay.
So press OK on the screen now. So you've removed the sample file. Then go back up, and now you want to get your next compensation control out, which is AMP APC. Cool. That'll do.
So this is AF647,
Oh, right,
which is
sure.
ABC.
Yeah. So just press load now. So that'll tell you. So one thing to do is see you've got loads of bubbles in there now because you flicked it loads. So flick it down and then flick the tube to get rid of the bubbles.
Okay.
And because otherwise that will tell you there's bubbles in this sample, this won't work.
Okay. So the bubbling is not good. In the
Yeah.
sample. We need to grab your share.
Oh, it's fine. I don't
Really?
mind. Yeah, we'll do long. I like being on my feet.
I get tired. Yeah. Okay, the volume is 32. It's not much as the live date volume.
Yeah. But you've still got 87 minutes.
Yeah.
So you're over an hour. So that's fine. Okay.
So the minimum usually 15 microliter.
Yes.
Try to be like more than.
Yeah. Okay, right. Generally, you want to go as close to 15 as possible,
Yeah.
because you don't want your samples to take forever to run.
Yeah. And also, at the same time, you don't want to add much volume.
Yeah. So otherwise, it'll take too long. I mean, it's okay for this because you can be here for a while, but if you're running more than, I don't know, 20 samples, you'll be here forever.
I know.
Because can you see now why it takes so long to run a sample? You have to do this every time you run a sample?
Yeah.
Like wait for all of this crap, and it takes...
Where then the Canton is faster, much faster.
Yeah. There we go, so next. Can you see now that it's you can see the beads in 11? Yeah. Yep. So hit next. Acquire. It shouldn't take too long.
It's good that I don't have to pick the channel.
Yeah.
It's
Sometimes you have to override it and say no.
I want
you have to be in this channel. But more often than not, it's okay. Yep. So to make this quicker, we probably could have spun this down. I mean, I said not to be fair, but...
So, about the events, there's events here, like minimum events, or event you can ask the machine to run.
For the compensation wizard, there's a set number. You have to have 500 events.
Okay.
Oh, no, there's not. That's a lie. Sorry, no. So before you press acquire, you can say count less.
Okay.
But I've never changed that setting, so I don't know.
So even with the samples, 500?
So I would try and count way more.
Okay. But the problem is it's going to take longer, right?
So it's a balance between having a good histogram and the time that you have. So if you imagine the Canto, the default that we do is 10,000 events.
For the compensation?
No, for acquiring your sample.
I do 50,000.
Okay, I do 10,000.
Okay.
I think. I'm pretty sure I do 10,000.
Okay.
So you want to get a decent amount of events for when you record your sample.
But here it's maybe less because it's doing cell by cell.
Well, yeah, it takes pictures every time. So I would change your count to something like, I think the best result I had was I did 20,000 events or something. Yeah, which is why you need your samples to be super concentrated.
Yeah, to run it faster.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because then the rate limiting step is the speed of the machine, not the concentration of your cells.
Seems the samples here is more diluted.
Yeah, it looks like, well, it is because remember the cyan, you had your negative beads as well? So you've got positive and negative, so you have double the amount of beads. Whereas with this, it's just the one type of bead, isn't it? Okay. Okay, so press exit.
Retain.
No, press exit.
Okay.
Yep. And then you want to go onto desktop and make a new folder.
On the desktop.
Yeah. And then go new folder. So right click and then new folder. Yeah. And call it ASA, whatever the date is. What's the date?
Today, 26.
And you need to name the file. So file name.
Okay.
So just call it comp.
It's
Okay,
good.
so that's done.
You save it immediately.
So now give it a second. It needs to see everything's grayed out still. So it's there we go. Now it's done. Right.
So now.
So now you need to return your sample. So press return. You need to do a few things now. So you need to name the file that you want to save next. So what's this one? ISO. So ISO APC.
Or maybe call it AF466.
Yeah, sure. Okay, so remove APC then from the name. Remove the space as well, I think, because there we go. And then hit open the folder, and then pick the folder you want to save it into, which is ASA there, so press OK. Okay, and then now what you want to do is you want to change the count, so you're going to count how many set events you want, so let's do 1,000 for now, because you're not doing lots of gating, and then press all, click on all, and then click R1. If you press all, you'll also record all of the events outside this box,
I don't want
which makes the file really big. But if you just record all the cellular events every time, then it means that you're going to limit the size of your file, but still get all the data you want. So what else you can do is you can see that little line there. Click that, and that breaks that apart. So what you could do is you could say count 1,000 of. Say you have a population that you know is positive, that you want to record like a minimum, you want to have 1,000 of those. You press count 1,000 of those, but collect everything in all your cellular events. So later you can edit that.
Make it all here?
No, so you'd say like, so for instance, if you have R1,
okay,
you make a new histogram, and you click show R1, and then I want to see the intensity of channel 11. Okay, and then
compare between the two channels.
Hang on, and then on this you put like your positive gate there, for instance, and call it R2.
Okay.
And you want to record 1,000 events of R2, right? But later, when you want to, so you record 1,000 events of R2, which is R2, R1. But what you want is you want to collect everything in R1, so that when you go on to ideas, which is the equivalent of Flojo, you can edit the gates. Yeah? Does that make sense to you?
Yeah. I got it.
Cool. But for now...
Just to show me here.
Yeah, but for now, let's just unlink those. Okay. So load next sample.
So now R2 and R1.
So you're going to collect 1,000 of
R1.
To R1. R1, yeah. Okay. Okay, yeah, will do. Okay, press OK.
I have a load of cells here, and
you should have loads, yeah.
Seeding like 1 million per well gives you like easier analysis. Or
if we did 100,000 like the original protocol said,
it takes.
We'd have too little to run this properly.
And it would take you.
Yeah, it'd take longer. There you go, so you've got 46 microliters. See at the top?
Okay. That's good.
Okie dokie, there your cells it. So now your cells are appearing in the box.
Okay. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
So do you need to
They
adjust?
seem to be centered properly, so that's fine.
Okay. Yeah.
No, now they're not. See, you've let it stabilise, but it's stabilised slightly to the left.
Okay.
So you want to centre, press it maybe twice. And one more time. Yeah, about 7.9, and then let it run. Okay, maybe one more time as well.
Is it recording now?
No, this is just so everything's still greyed out. So this is like sort of setting the lasers up, and it's making sure all the stream is in the right place and the camera's working properly.
Before you record.
Yeah. But now you can see that this R1 box that we drew earlier is not quite right, so you can make it smaller to have just single cells. So if you click on that little icon there.
This one?
Yep, and then click on R1. And now you can resize it. Like that. Yeah, perfect. Okay, and then click on that little box again. Cool. And now everything's ungrayed, so you can hit record. Oh, acquire. Sorry.
Where is it? This one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, that was quick.
Because they have like load of cells.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Just press OK. So now we need to set a gate as well. So if you make a new histogram,
This one?
histogram,
Okay.
and then go to R2, X-axis feature. No, press R1, sorry. R2 is old. Yeah, R1. And then X-axis feature. Yep. And then you want to go down to intensity.
Okay.
So you just press I on the keyboard, it'll take you there. There we go. And you want to go to channel 8 to do live dead. Okay. Press OK. And then make your live gate.
Is it here?
No, so it'll be up here.
This one?
So gate live.
Like this?
Yep. Then click it again. I'll call it R3. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. No need to call it live data or anything?
No, this isn't going to be recorded anymore.
Okay.
And then you want to change what you're viewing to R3.
R3. Oh,
Okay.
okay. The live cells.
So now you're looking at live cells, and then you want to go create a new histogram.
Okay.
Then click on R3, and then you want to change the X-axis to intensity of channel 11.
Which is the AF6.
Yep, that's okay. There we go. So this is your negative population, right?
Okay.
So this is different to a cytometer. So this is adaptive. So it's not the same as where you'd see the whole on the cancer. You see the whole intensity scale, and you'd have the peak at the bottom. With this, it adapts. So if like you can only see negative, the scale gets cut off. So you can look at the log scale. Usually what the scale on this cancer is like 1 times 10 to the 6.
Okay.
But 1 times 10 to the 3 and 6 and 8 to the 3 is all the way at this end of the scale. So you know that's negative.
Yeah.
Right? So you want to make a gate past this point. So make a really small gate. So,
Here?
yep. Yeah, just do that, it's fine. And you'll see what happens next. Then press R4. And then you want to press return. Yep, to the next sample. So if you look on this graph here, this is your singlets.
Yes.
This population down here are doublets, so 2 cells stuck together.
Yes. These are dead cells, right?
No, they're doublets. So 2 cells stuck together where they haven't been
okay.
So that's single cells, double cells. Because this is the area and the aspect ratio. So this is closer to a circle, and this is how big it is. So if you imagine, it's bigger, so it's further along this scale, and because they're two stuck together, it looks more like an oval, so it's not circular, so it's coming up here. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So the dead cells where are gonna be here?
It's not the same as a. It's not the same as a canter. So the canter does forward and side scatter, which measures granularity, and which means dead cells, I think, are more or less. I can't remember which one, but they're more or less granular, right?
Okay.
And they're more granular, which means that you can distinguish them based on the forward side scatter profile, although not reliably. Whereas because this is just looking at area, so just like picture, like size, it can't distinguish between live and dead cells without a dye.
So file name, change it to like
so
sample.
whatever you want. So call it primary or
Sample.
okay.
One.
Okay, and then you want to go to load.
Or maybe I call it Adam 17.
Yeah, I think I call it Adam 17. Yeah, and then hit load.
Is it good like this?
That'd be alright.
It should have like vortex.
Be nice. So look, you're centering on 13.9, but now when you put the new sample in, that'll reset to 0, so you need to press that button like 3 or 4 times before the next sample runs.
Now?
Not now, when you've loaded it. That's okay.
Because they are the same population, so mostly gonna be the same as the isotype.
The centering is like not dependent on the cell type. It's so imagine the flow comes down in a column.
Yeah.
If it's off, you need to change it and center it. Yeah, so you're just changing the beam.
It's not about the population.
No, it's just about the it's just about how the flow, the stream is angled. Or at least that's my understanding. Okay, so now you hit recenter. Yeah. I leave it there for now, just see what it looks like. So now you can see what it's doing. It's setting up the camera. So see, it's all blurry. All the images are really blurry and they're not focused.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now it'll you'll see it comes into focus because that's the camera and the machine going. Okay, new sample. Let me reset.
Hopefully we see like.
And now you've got that shift. See. So this is where R4 was last time.
This is the isotype.
So that's the isotype gate.
Okay.
So now you can move that to extend. So click on move resize region. So
this one?
That one, yeah. And then click on 4. Click on the letter and number. There you go. And then move it. The box. Yeah.
Maybe like this.
Yeah. You shouldn't move this side, remember, because that's set from the isotype. You want to move this side, so put it back to where it was, which was like, I don't know where it was, but you don't want to move that side. But you want to move this one to include all your positive events, but you don't want to remove this one because it's set by your isotype.
So I should have. It's not coming with me. I don't know why.
Do you want me to just?
Yes.
Okay. Where was this?
I don't know exactly, but
We'll just put it here so we know that it's positive, okay? But next time don't move that. But you move that side and then press that. And then you want to view R4. So that now you know you're viewing your positive population. Centering okay. So that's great. So then I just press.
Can you reset it like and then start it again?
What, this whole thing?
Yeah.
I don't think so, no.
Oh, okay.
It's continuous, it just keeps
Okay.
acquiring. Oh yes, you can. Hit refresh there.
Is it?
So that's repopulating the graph.
Okay.
That probably R3 as well. Your live dead's shifted a bit. Okay. Cool, so I'd hit acquire. Just press the quiet over here, and then it's going, it's recording.
So can we see the cells here? Oh,
So this is granularity. This is go to 11. Sorry, just pixel data. Okay, you're not going to get a great image from this actually. We'll go over actually looking at the cells on the computer because it doesn't work very well on the actual machine. You want to focus on the histograms here, not the pictures. The pictures aren't important at this point. Okay, so now you've recorded everything. And now what you want to do is you want to go return to get rid of your sample.
So, did you like save it here?
Yeah, it's saved automatically, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I hit acquire and it puts it in the folder that I said, which you defined earlier.
Oh, okay.
Cool, so take your sample out. Okay, and then hit OK. Cool, and now you want to go to your folder down here. Have you got a memory stick with you?
Yes.
Cool, put your memory stick in. And then you want to cut it because yep, and then
Cannot leave it here.
Yeah, and paste it. Okay, and now you're going to hit shut down. So leave it there. Yeah. Okay, and then hit shut down.
That's it.
Yeah, that's it. Hit OK, and we walk away.
No need to do like